saying.
So then Evander's people are all like, oh yeah, that is a good idea.
Alright, so in this scene, Vulcan comes to Aeneas with his new armor, his helmet, his shield, his breastplate, and his new awesome looking sword. And Aeneas is happy.
And Aeneas is happy. Okay, I'm with you.
Oh yeah, and the shield he gives him, yeah, it has this story on it, and Aeneas doesn't know it yet, but it tells the future.
Right. Now,
Of Rome.
do you have the future or does he have the future?
I'm pretty sure I have the future.
Okay. Yeah, he gives him the good shield. Okay, so then on page 220.
We did 222.
Okay, who's 220?
Us.
Oh, you're 220. Okay, fine, go to page 220. Yeah, you're right, you have the story.
Oh.
Or you have the beginning of the story.
And so there's lots of different stories on it telling the future of Rome. One of them is showing Romulus and Remus meeting with a piggy.
Romulus and Remus, yeah.
What's another one?
Horatius, you guys know the story of Horatius? When Rome was being attacked, I believe by Gauls, Horatius was defending the bridge, and he saw the other guy's army coming, and he said, all you guys run across the bridge and chop the bridge down while I fight them off. It's the famous story of one guy can defend a bridge because even though they have 10,000 guys, they have to come up one at a time to defeat this guy. So he fights them all, and while they burn the bridge and set the bridge on fire, and then eventually the bridge falls down, so the army can't come across. But then,
And he dies.
yes, I figured that out. But that's why he's that's why he's heroic, because he didn't just start screaming and run back into the city. There's no story about that guy. Well, yeah, there is. Okay, and then in the year 390, they talk about the goose that saved Rome.
A goose?
Yeah, there was a goose because the Gauls attacked at night, and this goose squawked or honked and woke everybody up. So the goose was actually a better guard dog than the dogs. So Rome actually attributed the geese to saving the city. Then on page 221, they mention a guy named Catiline and a guy named Cato. Catiline is evil. Cato is good. These are famous Romans that everybody would know. Catiline was a famous guy that a guy named Cicero gave all these speeches against because he was the governor of Sicily and he stole everything in Sicily and put it in his own house. That was
I think people would notice.
Yeah, everybody did notice, and then Cicero brought him up in trial and said, "Hey, where'd you get all these gold statues, bro?"
That were currently
That used to be all over Sicily.
I just found it.
Yeah, I found it. Yeah. And then it talks about, page 221.
Is this us? Nope.
No, not yet. The Battle of Actium. Famous Roman history. The Battle of Actium was Octavian
and Mark Antony.
versus Mark Antony.
And Cleopatra, and they failed.
She killed herself.
And they totally failed.
Mark Antony and Cleopatra.
Doesn't Cleopatra like run away or something?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they do live through the battle, and then she has to go back to Egypt to kill herself with a snake.
and then Mark Antony followed that.
Yeah. Okay,
Sarah.
last page, 222.
So this is like demonstrating, it's showing it's another thing you saw on a shield, which is like pretty much the battle and how all the gods were involved and.
Yeah, the gods were involved, and what happened? God be God. You're right. And this is important, because what happens? Who wins?
The Greeks, the Romans.
Right, so they show Neptune and Venus versus Anubis, and they capture Anubis.
Neptune.
Yeah, he's an Egyptian god, because that's why Octavian was battling Cleopatra. And so this is the scene where they say Romans are better than Egyptians.
What's your question?
Yeah.
In ancient times, if when Romans had contact with Egypt and everything, did they believe in their other gods, or did they believe that they had the other gods, that their gods were just more powerful and ruled theirs section of the earth,
But they were the only.
while the Egyptian gods ruled like the Egyptian section of the earth.
It was more like that.
Yeah, like so they had like regions.
Yeah, like gods had regions. Because, okay,
Mr. Classman, is that it for the video?
no, I don't know, is that it for the video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's it for the video.